Okay, welcome back to another episode of Extreme Warfare Revenge. This is episode number, what is it now? Around number 7, something like that. And we are here for Saturday night, the last television show before our first pay-per-view, Sin 2001. And it's shaping up quite nicely. So, obviously, Saturday night, it's not going to be a stacked card because all the feuds, all the big fighters are fighting tomorrow night. I don't want any of them risking any injuries tonight or being tired or whatever. So everyone who's fighting tonight isn't on the pay-per-view. So we're going to kick off the show with a cruiserweight fight. Corporal Cajun, Lash LaRoe is going to beat Chris Candido, Jamie Noble and Kiwi in a 4-way, just to put on a good match to kick off the show, really. Noble and Kiwi, this is their first appearance since I have taken over. Second is going to be an angle. All the angles are going to be hyping up Sin tomorrow night. And this is Kanyon giving Booker a chance. Last episode, he attacked Booker T backstage, sneaked up on him, and now he's giving Booker T the chance to get his revenge at Sin. So that's going to go ahead. Marmalukes, Johnny the Bull and Big Vito are going to beat Boogie Nights, Disco Inferno and Alex Wright. This is their first match for Boogie Nights since I took over. Then we're going to have an interview with Ric Flair to keep his feud with Sting going, keep it nice and fresh for tomorrow night. I decided not to put Blackout or the Natural Born Thrillers. Well, two of Natural Born Thrillers are on the card tomorrow night. Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare are going to team up in a 3-way tag match against Buff Bagwell and Lex Luger and Kevin Nash and DDP. Problem is I can't hype that up. I can't hype a 3-way tag on this game, but that's all to the imagination. So Norman Smiley over Mike Sanders. That's basically keeping the sort of feud going between Blackout and Natural Born Thrillers. Now, I can't actually have a feud between stables. It won't let me. It's either 2v2 or 1v1. But with my little storyline, this is a nice little TV segment filler here. So hopefully that'll go down nicely. Smiley's going to get his revenge and beat Sanders. Natural Born Thrillers, a few episodes ago, they beat Blackout. Then we're going to have an interview with Scott Steiner, laying into Goldberg. And for main event, two guys who haven't appeared yet, Road Warrior Animal and Dusty Rhodes. And Warrior Animal's basically going to steamroller over Dusty Rhodes. There's not really much I want to do with Dusty Rhodes at the moment. He's just going to be used to put over younger talent. But I don't want to totally embarrass him either. But yeah. Last segment is an angle hyping up a match tomorrow night, a 3-way match for the title. Scott Steiner, the world champion, Sid Vicious, who he's had a bit of a rivalry with, going into Starrcade 2000, and after having a rematch earlier this week, and with Goldberg, who he's recently started a feud with. So that sort of set up nicely those three. So all my 6 main eventers are going to appear at the event tomorrow night, which is good. So let's see how this show goes. Okay, a good opener from the Cruiserweights. For fans like this, Booker T and Kanyon, it'll do Kanyon a lot of good. That went down really well, actually. Boogie Nights and for Mamelukes. 84% match rate, match quality, and yeah, happy with that. The Mamelukes are going to be used quite a bit in the tag team division, and for Boogie Nights as well, I think still have a place there somewhere. Ric Flair always. I never listen to these these bits here. They're nonsense a lot of the time. But 93% Ric Flair. He's the best there is at hyping things up, giving a good interview. Mike Sanders, Norman Smiley. Mike Sanders lost overness. For some reason, he's got an overness of 85, which is way too high for him. But he's lost a little bit, and Norman Smiley has gained a bit of overness, so I'm happy with that. That's gone quite well. Scott Steiner, 79%. His interviews don't go down as well as Ric Flair's, but they still go down pretty well. Dusty Rhodes, Road Warrior, Animal. I knew it wasn't going to be a great match, but Animal's gained overness. Dusty's lost overness, which doesn't really matter. Overall rating 68. And I'm really hoping this next segment is going to go down well. It's the hype for the triple threat match tomorrow night, and 82% happy with that. So overall we've got 73, and that's actually our highest rated show so far. There was nothing bad in that show. Lowest rated segment was actually the opening match, which was still pretty good at 67%. Obviously, it's an overall rating, so there's only 8 segments here, whereas in Monday Nitro and Thursday Thunder there are 11 segments. But that's really good, considering none of the guys tomorrow night are actually fighting on this show. It's still got a really good rating, so it just proves that the other talents of the roster do have a big part to play. Now, this is leading up to Sin. It's quite early that in the month, actually, 14th of January. 1.13 for Saturday night, that's fine. Again, they're not happy, like last week, they're not happy with the risky nature. Don't know what to do about that. Probably going to be dropped soon, which is a shame, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it. I don't actually know on the game if I can do anything about it. Yeah, booking sheet for Sin. So I will go through in the next video what we're going to be doing for Sin. In fact, let's go through a little bit of it now, because we're a bit under 10 minutes, aren't we? So the main feuds, Goldberg, Scott Steiner, Sid's been added to the equation. That's the main event. Ric Flair's going to face Sting. Jeff Jarrett's going to face the Cat for the US title. Booker T's going to face Kanyon. Billy Kidman and Chavo Guerrero for the Cruiserweight title. We've got the Hardcore Championship between Terry Funk and Bam Bam Bigelow. Bigelow winning a number 1 contenders match against Sergeant AWOL on Thunder. Then we have got the 3-way tag match, Nash DDP, Bagwell Luger, and Palumbo and O'Hare. We've got the final of the television title tournament, Lance Storm versus Rey Mysterio. And I think for the pre-show match description, I'm going to have another match in there, and it's going to be a really good high-flying cruiserweight match between 3 tag teams, Young Dragons, Free Count, and Air Raid. So I'm hoping for a really good rating. Let's aim for higher than 73. I'm hoping for a good 80 rating. We'll see how it goes down. I feel like I've built it up quite well, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And yeah, I'll see you next time for WCW Sin 2001.